Meet the Tanamatsuri family, a working-class Japanese family with a loving grandmother whose birthday is today. Taneo, the breadwinner of the family, loves his job so much that he daydreams at work and occasionally dances with his co-workers. Etsuko is the name of Taneo's wife, followed by their two kids, Chubby Tsuyoshi and Stuck-Up Rurika. Grandma Hatsu expects everyone to be home early for her birthday, but little do they know that today will not be another boring day.
When I was a kid, I remember walking into a Funko Land. They had stations where you can sit around and play games before you actually bought them. It was there that I discovered Incredible Crisis. I didn't actually end up buying the game, but kind of wish I did.
So as I already said, the goal is to get the Tanamatsuri family around the different life-threatening situations that they've gotten themselves into. Whether it's balancing yourself on a pole, escaping masked robbers, keeping a boat afloat, or just cutting class, the Tanamatsuri family has to get home in time for Grandma Hatsu's birthday. This game can best be described as a one-player party game. All the obstacles are played in a mini-game style format. You can even play them all at your own pace.
Despite the peculiar premise of the game, it actually sold pretty good worldwide. A representative from Next Generation, a popular video game magazine from the 90s, said that everyone should play Incredible Crisis at least once in their life. Well, enough talk. Let's play.
So the game first focuses on Taneo. In the first part, he's dancing with his co-workers and you have to press the designated button wherever it lands on the push block. You have to be dead center accurate when you press the button though, or else it won't count. This part of the game reminds me too much of the Buster Groove series. After the dance is over, that's where the fun begins. This rock breaks off and starts chasing Taneo. His reaction is to yell whenever he sees danger. What's he saying anyway?
You win?
So you have to pay attention to the meter at the bottom. Whenever the blue area turns red, you have to rapidly press the indicated button to run. You have a meter of energy drinks that gives Taneo the energy to run. Sometimes there are obstacles that you need to watch out for, but you can actually pass the stage without actually doing anything other than running. So Taneo manages to outrun the rock, but not before it falls on top of the elevator. So now, you have to rapidly press X to stop the elevator and avoid falling objects as you do. From there, Taneo is blasted out of the elevator and lands on a pole. So once you clear this stage, Taneo falls again, but manages to land safely, but then some debris lands on his head, knocking him out. He wakes up in an ambulance where these two weird guys start asking him questions to see if he's coherent. These are your standard yes or no questions. If you get two wrong in a row, you get an electric shock. Some of the questions that are asked are just insane. Like this one here. Does 15,914 multiplied by 18,200 equal 289,634,800?
Like, how in the heck am I supposed to know that? And you're only given 3 seconds to answer, so obviously you have to guess.
Oh, I got it right. Lucky guess. Last question, last answer. Taro is heavier than Hanako. Pierre is heavier than Taro. Hanako is the oldest and Pierre was born before Taro. Is Taro the lightest? I don't know. I have to guess. I got it! So this area is pretty self-explanatory. Watch out for the hurdles and the bikers and make it towards the end. So Taneo starts surfing, the rock comes back, he lands on the floor, meets this lady in red and falls in love. So now, he goes into an amusement park with her and to give her a massage? You don't see anything other than hearing the woman screaming erotically. Is he really giving her a massage?
Well, you see, in the Japanese version of the game, more sexual innuendos are actually thrown out. The American version has downplayed this part of the game. So, if the Japanese version is more extreme, kind of makes you wonder what was actually going on in that cart.
So the woman leaves a bomb. Taneo comes flying out and he lands on a ship, where he commandeers it and is using the cannons to stop the army from attacking a UFO. What? Taneo hitches a ride on a boat that he has to keep afloat by scooping out the water. He then enters a train where the woman, in red, claims that she cuts off the brakes and somehow manages to get home to Grandma for dinner. After every chapter, you're graded on your performance, and if you score A's, you'll score some extra lives. So obviously I'm not going to review every stage in detail, but Itsuko finds herself in the midst of a robbery. The robbers make her get a golden pig that's protected by security, so she has to balance the weight of that thing by putting things in her bag that weigh the total amount of the golden pig. To open it up, they all have to sing the password, which this stage resembles Dance Dance Revolution. She escapes by using a snowboard, then escaping on a plane that plays similar to Zaxxon. Then she has to shoot missiles on a giant pink bear.
This game has gotten weird.
Their youngest son shrinks in size and has to avoid an antlion, a spider, a mantis, stay afloat in the boat. Then we finally hit Marika's situation.
This game has been fun. Let's see what else is in store.
Marika sees some concert in a magazine that she wants to attend. She sneaks out of class, which this stage reminds me somewhat of Mikey High School Graffiti. She shops for girl stuff, plays Simon with a giant UFO, has to stay afloat in the same boat, and finally, run away from a wrecking ball. Somehow, all the family members make it safely home despite all the obstacles, and Grandma is happy.
Well, this game gets a thumbs up from me. If you're into party games, then I would suggest that you check this game out. Well, that's it for this review. This is Sledge of God saying, see you next time.